What is up, guys? We are here with Silk,
Yo.
and Silk played Spice yesterday,
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
and not Baby.
Not Baby.
I mean, Baby's kind of spicy right now, but it's not Baby.
Not Baby. Today I went with my boy Metacooler. Yeah, the reboot leader. I kind of feel like it did get pretty strong and people kind of slept on it, so I thought, why not build a deck around it? Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. How did you do in the energy?
So I went X2 and then a draw. So that was a shame.
I mean, the draw was
Controversial draw, but it was a draw. So I came 28th, but I played Metacooler, so I can't really, I came 28th. It was a good event, really powerful players, so I'm really happy. Really happy.
Good stuff. Let's look at this.
Okay, so obviously we've got the Metacooler leader, which is really strong now. It can awaken with just having 2 Freezer Clan. Doesn't have to be Metacooler, just 2 Freezer Clan cards. So many cards in the series are Freezer Clan. So you get Metacooler, you start off with Big Gay Star. On the Awaken side, you draw 2 when you awaken, so you don't untap, but you don't really worry about that. You can mill up to 3, choose a Metacooler core or Metacooler from your drop, add it to your hand, and you also get the Activate Battle of plus 5k for a Metacooler during the battle, but it also lasts for the whole turn, so it's a real great leader.
Not focusing.
That's right. One of the most powerful effects on this leader is if you have 2 Freezer Clan out, tap and keep your opponent's card tapped. So if they sell Xeno you and you've got 2 Freezer Clan on the board, next turn you just tap it, keep it tapped, it can't untap. So you lock out one of their cards for the duration of the game as long as you keep two Freezer Clans out. Onto the deck. So starting off with the 4 of the Anniversary Metacooler Core the Ultimate Form. Great 1-drop. When you play it, draw a card. It's got many other utilities. You don't really use the other skills, but they do come in clutch quite a bit rarely, but you can use them. The main one is when you play this card, draw a card, and if you don't have Big Getty Star on the field, play Big Getty Star. So 4 of that. Onto obviously the most important part of the deck. 7 infinite multiplication Metacoolers.
Is that enough?
Yeah. In all honesty, 7 was enough. I was playing 8 the day before the event, and I dropped to 7 because I changed my deck, worrying for the cooler matchup. And I was like, I needed to drop it and add a different card. So yeah, 7 was enough. You get it off Big Getty Star. You can use the effect of the Metacooler Ultimate Form to play 2 of them, but there's more effects that come with it later. So 7 of them. 4 of the best Freezer Clan 1-drop in the game. Again, play it, draw a card, but the added effect and pressure of tap 1 red minus a battle card by 10k or leader card is incredible. As soon as you play it, your opponent thinks, I need to get rid of this card. So it's absolutely amazing. So usually I started off with turn 1 charge against certain decks, play a Metacooler Ultimate Life Form core, and then turn 2, play the Freezer, Awaken, easy Awaken, very powerful deck. Three of the new card that came out in BT9. This card is really powerful. It's actually made the deck pretty viable because it allows you to go into your big guy, which I play 3 of as well. So 3/3, you can get it from deck or hand. So once it's in drop, you can obviously get your leader to get this back or get this back. It's all what you're always going to see it. So you either have 1 in deck, 1 in hand. So I play 3/3. It's a really powerful card. One of the most powerful effects I've found is using the absorption of the Big Getty Star to play this from your deck. So you play it and someone will say UI Goku, something that says instead of being played, put it to the drop. So it would go to the drop, then you add a card from your hand, put it in again and do it again. You can just keep recycling. It's a very, very hard combo to get around other than them Frost Deadly Poison or Cold Bloodlusting you. I play 2 Awakened Core. So once you play your big 7-drop, you're allowed, when you play it, you get 2 Metacoolers from your drop onto the field. So you can get 2 of these, or you can get 2 of the set of the 2 drop, the basic one. But also, obviously, this makes the magic number of 12, so that's very important for later on in the game. And also that effect happens when it swings as well. So on play and swinging, you get a total of 4. I play for matchups like Freezer, 2 Hellfighter 17s. So if they drop the big Freezer, you just negate its skill, and then in your turn switch it to rest mode, and it can't untap, so they can't get the board wipe effect, which is really powerful. It's really useful. This also came in clutch against the Celzino, because you negated its quad strike. So yeah, and you negate its dual attack, and then next turn again rest it. So a very powerful card. 2 Zamasu super combos. Played that for the Gohan matchup. Obviously, when they swing at you and untap the leader, you tap the leader. It slows them down. You stall them out, and you make the game longer. Once Gohan goes longer, you win the matchup. 2 of the best super combo in the game. Hopefully, when Bojack gets some support, that would be great. It's a 3-cost super combo, but it's also sparking. With the deck being able to mill, and you want your drop to be full of stuff, sparking super combo is really useful, and it's a 3-cost, so it can be put back into the deck with my side deck cards. 3 Saiyan Instincts. Again, if you mill that off the top with your leader ability, you're in for a winner. You can plus yourself too. It's absolutely incredible card. Everyone knows what the card does. 2 Higher Mastery, 3 Path to Greatness. This was a new addition. Literally the day of the event, or the day before. I was worried about Hand Hate Piccolo a bit, and I was also worried about Cooler, so I wanted to tap them out and make sure they couldn't do much. And I had another like finisher, dual attack, triple strike, and it's got to flex, so it couldn't be cold bloodlusted. So it's a really useful card. I used it once for a finisher, so you know it did work. That made me happy.
Did it win you the game?
It did win me the game. Yeah. It did win me the game. Then I got the 2 SCRs, obviously not 2, but Fu, Shrouded in Mystery, Game Ender, good against Cooler, and good against just most things. You end the game because you've got such a big board anyway.
Yeah.
When you play Fu, Shrouded in Mystery, you end up with about 8 or 9, 10 attacks, and they can't use any skills, so they're trying to combo out. It's very hard. And Celestia, again, very, very easy to get out. What I was doing a lot of the games was hard mulliganing. If I wasn't against Hand Hate, hard mulliganing for it. Sorry, I couldn't say that word. And keeping it in my hand, and then playing the game out with it in hand, and just waiting till I got it. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't use my leader effect to mill too much, so that I didn't mill it off. But the most powerful thing I found with the leader effect was to play the 1-drop Cooler, play another one, combo it off, recycle it. So every turn you're playing one, comboing, playing one, comboing, drawing a card every turn, getting a Meta Cooler on board. It was really powerful effect, and it controlled a lot of the game because you always had a Meta Cooler on board. For the extra cards, 3 Time Magic, 2 Solar Flare, 2 Battle to the Death. So for Invoker, Battle to the Death was literally the most incredible card. You stay at 8 life a lot of the game, so taking up to 3 life is really useful. So you pay 2 energy, get rid of their Invoker, and you get 3 life because you're not going to take much life, especially if they're going to play the Victory Strike variant. It's a really powerful card. I recommend it in any yellow deck. Solar Flare is very useful in this deck. I wouldn't recommend it in many yellow decks. Maybe this, maybe Jiren, but giving your 2 or less cost blocker, you then block with the Meta Cooler, get it back with your leader effect. It's just a cycle again. Very powerful card. And obviously 3 Time Magic. You're at 8 life. You're going to Sparking. You're going to have Sparking. Easy card to use. The final cards in the deck, which I don't know why they're at the back, but yeah, was 3 Topo. The deck's very energy efficient, so you have a lot of energy to do stuff with. Playing Topo, dropping your 5-drop Meta Cooler for the effect of Topo means it's straight in the drop, and then you can use it with your 7-drop, or you drop your 7-drop, get it back with your leader effect. The deck literally cycles itself very well. So side deck. I didn't use too much on my side. Crushable, self-explanatory, great card, very powerful in the meta. Another Fu, I needed it for cooler cooler matchup, so I wanted to try and draw it as much as I could. King Vegeta. I wanted this for Janemba and for cooler. I used it against Janemba. It was really powerful. Won me the game basically because I combo it off when I need to do my skill, and then do my skills and win the game. 3 Frosts. Again, very powerful card because I can drop a meta cooler that I want in the drop for its effect, then put stuff back into the deck. It stopped me losing to cooler and it stopped me losing to Janemba. So I'm glad I put that in the side. Had to put a mascot in the deck. So my 1-drop babies. I put it in there in case I played Android 21. So it deals with the tokens, and obviously, I play baby, so why not? 2 coolers. I couldn't find room for them in the main. My main changed quite a lot in the last couple of days, so I'm playing more 2-ofs than I wanted to, but it worked, so I couldn't really find space for another 1-of or 2-of, so I left it out, but it's in the side. It did win me one game when I Celestiard swung and he negated, and I was like, yeah, cooler, another body on board. He was like, yeah, GG. So that was great. Battle to the death. Yeah, I've already explained it, just a 3rd one for the Invoker. Unexpected turn. I sided this in for Successor. At the beginning of the day, we were told 1 ruling. That if Successor is activated when they pay the cost of energy, they still have the cards on board. So the cards on board and the card coming into play count. So Unexpected Turn works. Then the last round, I use Unexpected Turn. Head judge is called over and she's like, no, it's been put on Facebook that it doesn't work like that. So unfortunately, I lost that game, and that was what knocked me out of getting into Top Cut. So I probably wouldn't play it because I was only using it for Successor. If it's been ruled that way, that it doesn't work for Successor, I wouldn't use it. Yeah, overall, pretty happy with the deck. The matchups I was worried about were Gohan. I've tested a lot against Gohan. I won game 1 I've tested a lot against the multi-variant of Gohan, the different colours. And I played 1 Gohan all day, and it was monocolor, and he killed me on 1 turn. Can't do much about that. Yeah, didn't see any negates on game 3. Didn't see any negates, any super combos, anything on game 3, so I lost. And the only other matchup I lost was again for the Unexpected Turn. Game 3, tried to Unexpected Turn for him to win, and yeah, couldn't do it. And unfortunately lost that game, but other than that, I did really well. Really happy with how the event went.
Yeah. Any changes to the deck?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play it again. I just wanted to show people I could play something other than baby. I think the only thing I would really change, where was it? I don't know if I would run as many Toppos. In the current meta, I don't know if I'd run as many Toppos. I kind of found that decks are doing a lot of attacks, but if they're going to do the amount of attacks they're going to do, they're going to have the hand to do it anyway. I would genuinely probably run a 4th Time Magic because it locks it out, or a 3rd Solar Flare because of the ability to give one of my cards blocker. I have so many meta coolers out. If I had like another couple of blockers on board, it's really useful. Toppo is good, of course, but if they stop the Toppo coming out, then you've just paid 2, dropped a card, and they've stopped the Toppo, so they still can swing anyway. Kind of found it's losing its strength as the meta's going on. So that's probably the only change I'd make. I think the deck ran pretty well. As long as you play well with the deck, it's pretty consistent because you just need to awaken on turn 2. As soon as you've awakened, it's easy. One of the best things I found if you're going to play the deck is open up with a meta cooler Life of Form, or like 2 or some sort of 1-drop cooler, and the Ultimate Form multiplication, so that you can, if they go first, you play 1 on turn 1. If they leave 2 energy open to stop you playing a second one, you play the second one, they kill it, you then Big Getty Star, so you've used both your energy, but you Big Getty Star to play another one, they can't do it again, and you then awaken. You'll always awaken on turn 2. Like, I think out of 8 rounds, I didn't awaken on turn. I didn't not awaken on turn 2. I always awaken on turn 2. So yeah, really consistent. As long as you've awakened your 8 life, it's very hard to kill you.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
And looking forward to more decks.
Yeah.
Oh, any shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Team Black Star. They will help me test with it quite a lot. So obviously it's a team representing. One of ours is in the top 16 today. So yeah, good luck to Matt. Had a lot of people. Also shout out to like people on other teams. For example, Sation, Sandy. They did help me test a lot. Not against Metacooler because they didn't know I was playing it, but they tested other decks and it helped me see matchups and what I would need to play against. This deck really does well against hand hate because from no cards in hand, you can swing with your leader, get the 4-drop Metacooler back, play it, get 7 cards on board. What can your opponent do? So yeah, I actually, that's the main reason I played it.
Great. Well, thanks.
Thanks guys.